Yo, 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 yo. What is up, guys? My name is Rhino, and we're back for another video, and yet again, we have gotten two sets in the item shop at the same time. So, we've got the Good Doctor with the Chemist Curiosity's back bling, which is a sick back bling. This one of the most creative and detailed back blings ever got. I barely know what's going on. It almost looks like a Bunsen burner that's on the bottom right-hand side, and then there's some tubes connecting to this, I don't even know what that is. It's so cool. And the Morph Juice built-in emotes, which morphs him into his evil counterpart, Mr. Hyde. So, I don't know much about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I am aware of the backstory a bit. I know Dr. Jekyll is a character. He tries to create a serum to separate the evil from good, but then it goes wrong, and he essentially creates a serum that turns him into the ghost of Mr. Hyde, which is the ghost of a serial killer, his much evil counterpart who he prefers. And of course, this is just Dr. Jekyll, the man himself. Really cool. And I love how they take like characters based off stories and they make them Halloween skins. They did the same for Baba Yaga, who is a character in Russian folklore. And we also got Arachne and Dagger, which has two edit styles. We have the Arachne and Dagger style, dual wielded, and the normal style, the Arcane. That sounds cool. It changes the sound, so I'm guessing on this style it hits the Arachne part, the Arcane part, and this one sounds a bit more wooden. So maybe that's the Dagger part, I don't know. Anyway, of course, we're gonna buy all these items. We're gonna equip them, and we're gonna test them out in-game, and of course we're gonna get the pickaxe. So we're going to test out each style in game. We're going to go in as the first edit style, test out the built-in emote, change him in game, and test out the sound of the pickaxes with, once again, Luan is back. He's back at it, helping me with these, and I've got a new creative map to showcase. And then for the second game, the second round, we're going to go into him starting with the Mr. Hyde edit style, and then using the other edit style, the pickaxe, instead of different sounds. So let's get into the creative. Alright, so here we are in our brand new creative map with the Good Doctor. And before we start, I'd like to say this map was mostly created by my good friend and fellow supporter, Gourdon. So thank you so much, man. You did a great job on this. I love you, bro. Okay, so the Good Doctor in the Dr. Jekyll style ADS. No complaints whatsoever. Absolutely fine. What about the back bling? I mean, it can get a little distracting when crouch walking, but it's fine. Oh, they shoot. What have you done, Ganago? I'm just kidding, it's not your fault. Shotgun. But this back bling looks sick. Like, the amount of detail going on with it is awesome. Like, there's a bit of blue liquid that comes out of the pot with the Bunsen burner, and then it goes into the other side, which is sick. I mean, I don't know much about chemistry. I did biology in high school. Not chemistry, guys. But that's pretty cool. Why is destruction on? Ganago, you've got a few things to fix here, mate. I'm just kidding. You did a great job. Alright, so, now what you've been waiting for. The emote. Morph Juice. Where he changes into Mr. Hyde. Whoa. Okay. Now he's a big fella. Yeah, he's quite bulky. The hat, yeah, ADS is quite bulky. Even when moving, yeah. Can't even see the gun. Yeah, that is quite big. But if you're going to buy a skin like this, you are to expect that, I guess. But I gotta say, I do really like those blue tube that's coming onto him. I mean, I find it a little bit weird how they incorporate it on the right shoulder instead of the left, because that's the side you AES on. Normally, they would do that on the other shoulder. But it's fine. The hat isn't too bad, to me. I mean, if you like bulky skins, you'll be fine with this. If you don't, then just use the Dr. Jekyll style, because there's no problems with the AES there. But still, he looks sick. This is a really cool idea. Testing out the pick and emote. It's kind of scary too. Those sideburns make him look like Gorilla. Kind of makes him look like the ghost of Charles Darwin, in a way. Alright, now the pickaxes. They do indeed have different sounds for different ones. The, I believe this is the Arcane, has a wooden sound, and the Dagger has a metallic sound, like, whoop. So they're probably going to sound different hitting players. Luan, thank you for the help. quiet when I'm testing the pickaxes out, mate. Alright, we're gonna do that again. That does sound pretty cool. I love the wooden sound that the arcane, I believe, has. Alright, let's do that again. The sound of the dagger's kind of boring, but the arcane, the wooden sound, that's sick. That's really cool. And these are quite big, bigger than I thought. Alright, now let's change back into Dr. Jekyll, see what it looks like. He just changes and brushes his chest. Yeah, really cool skin, really creative. I'm really liking it. Alright, so now let's go to the other style for the pickaxes and change the other style of the skin in the locker. We'll be right back. Alright, so here we have the second edit style for the arcane and dagger, and we still got the Mr. Hyde style for the skin, so it doesn't really matter whichever style you go into the game using. It's still going to be the same. Like, you can still use the emote to change back to Dr. Jekyll. It just depends what you start off with. Like, if we do the emote again, he's going to change back to Mr. Hyde. So it's just like, if you die, if you go into the game using the Mr. Hyde style and you die or leave using the Dr. Jekyll style, you're going to be back in the lobby using the Hyde style, because that's what you start off with. But yeah, still pretty sick skin, sick backbling, and this pickaxe, let's test the sound of it. Kind of has that whoosh sound that another pickaxe I know has, but I can't remember. But there's also something a bit more wavy about it, and metallic as well. I don't know. It's a bit different, and I love how the idea of them incorporating what was a dual-wielded pickaxe, two different things, items for a dual-wielded pickaxe, and then they incorporate both of those into a single two-handed pickaxe. That's really cool. Alright, testing on opponents. Now that's a sound. That's what I'm talking about. It literally sounds like when you get a copper pipe that's used in the sewers and you're hitting someone with it, because the sound of the hole in it gives it a more hollow sound. Alright, one more time. One more time, then we'll get some combos. Thanks for the help, Luann, once again. Thank you so much. And thanks, Konaga, for this awesome map. Combo time, baby. Alright, so here we have combos for the Good Doctor with the Dr. Jekyll or default edit style. So, yeah, some pretty interesting combos here. He's got brown, some grey, some white, and some blue. I wanted to try and stretch it out with the blue, and that gold around his tie is a bit of a weird gold. I don't know what it is, so I more tried with the gold that's on the buttons of his pants and the blue grenades or elixirs, whatever they are, I don't know. So yeah, some pretty interesting combos, and overall, great skin. Of course, you gotta also keep in mind that if you're gonna change to the Mr. Hyde edit style in-game, that it's the back bling you're wearing might not look as good on him as it does on this style, so you gotta keep that in mind. That's why we're gonna be also doing some combos with the Mr. Hyde edit style right after this. So as you can see, I wanted to try and stretch out the blue to go with that blue. So yeah, Astro World looks pretty cool. Mystique Skull, Scales of Justice looks great with that little bit of gold that's on him. Backstitch, Blade of Breath. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. That bit of bronze gold sort of goes well with the bit of gold on his pants, and the blue sort of goes well with the blue elixir, so that's actually not a bad combo. Rear guard. So yeah, overall, the fact that we get a skin like this, a skin that's when Fortnite incorporate a skin that's based off a story, a novel, or belief, and they make it into a Halloween skin, I think that's really cool. This cape looks great on him. It's just a bit of clipping there, which is kind of a shame. Auric, which came with Baba Yaga, who just like him is also a skin based off ideology or beliefs that they incorporate into the game, which again, I love to see. We're going to get to combos straight after this, and something to note, the back bling is actually a rare despite the skin being an epic, so I don't know if they messed up the rarity on that or what, I don't know. Barrel and Booty, because he loves to drink beer. Seaworthy, that I know because I've heard of the game Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from 1988, because I used to watch Angry Video Game Nerd, and he deemed it as one of, if not the worst video game ever made, and yeah, the game looks terrible. But the story behind Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, it's a pretty good book. Not that I've read it, but it seems interesting. Alright, so some combos of Chemist Curiosity. So, again with the blue, not really too focused on the brown here for the wood. I just wanted to bounce off the blue, because that's obviously the color that pops out the most. And yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of detail with this back bling. There's a lot going on with this back bling in terms of chemistry-wise. So as you can see, I think that jug sort of tips over. Yes, it does. And then it gets caught in that funnel. That's sick. So yeah, some pretty good combos here. And I thought this back bling was going to be quite bulky, but it's really not. Looks great on Ragnarok with the blue and the brown. Just, that looks really good on him. Just maybe a little too science-themed. But other than that, looks great. Ice King. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I love it when they add these kind of unique backblings. I love the way the pipes on him sort of connect to it. That's really cool. That could be Slurp in there. Who knows? I know it's not actually Slurp. It's the potion that he uses to turn into Mr. Hyde, who, once again, we're going to get to styles right after this. So yeah, this skin I think is really sick. Dr. Jekyll. It's definitely... Obviously, he's got no blue on him, but it goes with his sort of science theme. And because I know Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a book from the 1800s, so I wouldn't want to wear anything too modern on him. Looks really good on Focus, actually. That might be one of my new go-to combos for her. Top 10 skins, in my opinion, Focus. Really underrated, real underdog skin. So yeah, some pretty solid combos for this. Obviously, Uruguay is going to go with the blue. Yep, that's probably going to be your best option if you want to use this on one of the soccer skins. So yeah, just go crazy. Use your imagination, guys. It's I mean, I don't see many people buying the Good Doctor for his Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde style, because it's quite bulky. But I don't care. That's just what you got to face with when you get a skin like that. It looks really good on the blue style Wrath because of the brown. Yeah, best combos, definitely Wrath, Focus, and Ragnarok here. Some really cool combos with this backbling. Alright, so now let's move on to the second edit style of this skin, for the Hyde edit style. Ooh, looks so creepy, but so cool. And we'll be right back. Alright, now some combos with Mr. Hyde. So, surprisingly, quite a lot of the backwings we used on the Dr. Jekyll style look fine on this. So, there's a lot of weird colors going on, like brown, very dark blue, turquoise blue for the skin, even a little red around the hat, and the tie's the same color. But I would still say the blue looks great, because I think the blue, especially the tubes going from his arm and his head to his back, I think that really pops out. It's essentially a syringe connected to his back, which is pretty interesting. So if you do wear a blue backbling on the Dr. Jekyll style, and you happen to change styles in-game, I think a lot of the backblings that go well on Dr. Jekyll also look fine on Mr. Hyde. So if you're using a blue backbling on Dr. Jekyll, like this one, Slurp Jet looks really good. And those look like it's connected to it, so that's a really cool combo. And it'll still look good on Dr. Jekyll, so if you change and you're using a backbling like that, it'll still go fine on Mr. Hyde. I use this one because to go with the red and the brown, and because he's essentially the ghost of Mr. Hyde, so maybe this is a mini version of his coffin. Who knows? Shining Star. So yeah, some really interesting combos here. Some actually pretty sick combos, and once again, really sick skin. So I don't really see many people using this style because it is quite bulky. It is one of the bulkiest skins I've seen, but then again, so is skins like Guff, and that skin's still a really good skin. Not that I use it all the time, but it's still a skin that's pretty beloved, I would say, by the community. Not by the sweat community, but if you really don't like the bulky skins, then just use the Dr. Jekyll style, really, because that style's not bulky at all. So yeah, again, some really good combos. That looks great on him. And the Trappy, which came with Headlock the other day. Alright, so that's pretty much going to wrap up some combos with the Good Doctor, aka Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, as well as the gameplay showcase. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know with a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think of this skin. Tell me what you think of some of the combos. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? Tell me why. And stay tuned for Arena, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.